Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. Saying no can feel, well, incredibly scary. It can feel like you're walking a tightrope, balancing expectations and your own well-being. Many people worry about letting others down, about damaging relationships, or appearing uncooperative. The fear of disappointing someone we care about can be a powerful motivator. We want to be liked, to be seen as valuable members of the team, helpful and needed. We crave that sense of belonging and contribution, but sometimes we say yes even when our heart is screaming no, when our inner voice is begging us to prioritize ourselves. This is a common problem, a struggle many face in their daily lives, especially for young professionals who are just starting out and eager to prove themselves. You want to make a good impression at work, to show your dedication and competence. You want your friends to count on you, to know you're always there for them. So you take on one more project, even though your plate is already overflowing. One more favor, even when you're stretched thin. One more task, adding to the ever-growing mountain of responsibilities. But deep down, you feel the weight of all those unspoken yeses. Each yes you give out of fear or guilt, each commitment you make against your better judgment adds up, creating a burden that can feel unbearable. It takes away your precious time that could be spent on things you truly value, energy, leaving you feeling drained and depleted, and joy, diminishing your overall sense of well-being and happiness. If you struggle to say no, if you find yourself constantly overcommitting, please know that you are not alone. Many people do, and it's a challenge that can be overcome. The good news is, you can learn this skill, you can develop the ability to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs. And honestly, learning to say no effectively will change your life for the better, allowing you to reclaim your time, energy, and joy. Saying yes all the time might sound like the kindest thing to do. It feels good to be helpful and supportive, doesn't it? We're often taught that being agreeable is a virtue, and that saying yes makes us good team players and reliable friends. But while it might seem beneficial on the surface, constantly saying yes can actually hurt you in the long run. It's a subtle trap that many well-intentioned people fall into. When you always agree to help everyone else, without considering your own capacity, your own needs, goals, and well-being inevitably get pushed aside. They become secondary to the demands of others. Your days quickly fill up with other people's tasks, projects, and requests, leaving you with little to no time for what truly matters to you. You find yourself staying late at work night after night just to keep up with the ever-growing workload. Consequently, you miss out on valuable time with family and friends, those precious moments that recharge and nourish your soul. Over time, the constant pressure and lack of personal time take their toll, and you start to feel incredibly tired, both physically and mentally. You might feel stressed, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of responsibilities you've taken on, or even resentful towards those who seem to be constantly asking for your help, without offering much in return. You begin to wonder why you never seem to have any time for yourself, for your hobbies, your passions, or simply for relaxation. This constant self-sacrifice can ultimately lead to burnout, that state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. It can also trigger anxiety, as you worry about meeting everyone's expectations and juggling all your commitments. And even anger, directed at yourself for not setting boundaries and at others for taking advantage of your willingness to help. You might also gradually lose respect for your own limits, forgetting what you're capable of handling and what you truly need to thrive. When you habitually say yes to everything that comes your way, people may start to take advantage of your good nature, consciously or unconsciously. They begin to expect that you will always be there to help, regardless of your own priorities or workload, no matter what else you have going on in your life. Eventually your yes loses its value, becoming an automatic response rather than a genuine offer of assistance. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You need to replenish your own energy and resources before you can effectively help others. If you consistently say yes to everyone else's needs and requests, there will ultimately be nothing left for you. No time, no energy, and no sense of fulfillment. Protecting your time, your energy, and your well-being is not selfish. It is an act of self-preservation. It is absolutely necessary for maintaining your health, happiness, and overall success in life. A conscious no is different from a quick or angry one. It means you pause, think, and then answer honestly. You listen to your own needs. You respect your limits. Saying no does not mean you are rude. It does not mean you do not care. It means you are making a choice that is right for you. This is a sign of strength, not weakness. When you say no with kindness and clarity, people understand your boundaries. You show them how you expect to be treated. You teach them to respect your time and energy. Learning to say no is a skill, The more you practice, the easier it gets. Each time you do it, you build confidence in yourself. When you say no, you give yourself the gift of time. You can focus on what matters most to you. Your work improves and your relationships deepen. You have more energy for your goals, and you also build self-respect. You show yourself that your needs are important, and this boosts your confidence and happiness. Others begin to see you as someone who values themselves. Saying no helps you avoid burnout, so you get to rest and recharge. You can say yes to things that excite and inspire you, instead of things that drain you. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. You start to feel proud of yourself for making choices that support your well-being. First, pause before you answer. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? If not, it's okay to say no. Second, use clear and simple words. You do not have to explain everything. A simple, "I'm sorry, I can't" is enough. If you want, offer an alternative, like maybe next time. Third, accept that saying no might feel uncomfortable. That's normal. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Stand firm and trust yourself. Fourth, practice saying no in small ways. Start with things that feel less risky. Over time, you will feel stronger. Remember, it's your right to set boundaries. With each step, you are building a new habit. You are teaching yourself, and others, that your time matters. It's incredibly useful to have a few well-rehearsed phrases ready to go. This way, when you're put on the spot, you don't have to scramble for the right words. Here are some polite yet effective ways to say no. These are designed to be respectful while still clearly communicating your boundaries. "Thank you so much for thinking of me, I really appreciate it, but I just can't take that on right now. My plate is full. I appreciate the offer, it sounds like a great opportunity, but I have to pass this time around. I'm truly honored that you considered me for this, but I have other commitments that I absolutely must prioritize. No thank you." It's short, sweet, and to the point. I need to focus all my energy and attention on my own projects at the moment. I hope you understand. Practice saying these phrases in front of a mirror. Pay attention to your body language and facial expressions. Try saying them out loud, even when you're alone. This will help you become more comfortable with the words. The more you practice these phrases, the more natural and authentic they will feel when you need to use them in real-life situations. Affirmations, positive statements you repeat to yourself, can be a powerful tool to help you build confidence and self-esteem. Say these affirmations to yourself, ideally every day, to reinforce your self-worth and boundaries. My time is valuable, and I deserve to protect it. It's perfectly okay and even necessary to say no when something doesn't align with my priorities or well-being. I deeply respect my own boundaries, and I will communicate them clearly and confidently to others. Saying no is not selfish, it's a vital way to care for myself, my energy, and my overall well-being. Remember, every single time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you are actively saying yes to yourself and your own needs. You are actively choosing your own personal growth, your own happiness, and your own definition of success. And that, my friend, is the very definition of true strength.